Okay, so Mr. Carter, I'm the Director for the Center of Innovation and Entrepreneurial Development. I'm the Associate Dean of Graduate Studies. So if you have any questions about your graduate education here and about preparing for your future career when you get out, I'm the person you can come and talk to. You're also trying to look at ways in raising funding to support your education. I will try to help you do that. So please come to the open resource. For the Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurial Development, I'm here to really help you guys go out and move into the startup world or start your own company. I'm the person you can come talk to about that. How many of you are in the room are actually kind of slightly interested in going off and pursuing a startup or entrepreneurial experience when you get out? Okay, so maybe about half of you. That's good. Hopefully these three people here will be resources for you as you go out, because it's not so easy to go from your graduate education. So here we have Cristian Ionescu-Zanetti.
Got it.
Marzieh Veyseh.
Marzieh, and then we have
Kartik Venkataram.
So in the beginning, there were three of us. I was a postdoc and a couple of grad students from the same department that started the company. One of them took a faculty position a year in, so she was out. The other person stuck around for quite a bit. So we were all inexperienced. We were all people that hadn't done anything. And so what happened is the first couple of years was a 4-person company, and we were in a kind of an incubator space. During that time, one of the things that we did was we entered a few different business plan competitions. Those are good. You get feedback for free. And I noticed that UC is doing some of those. And we placed in one of the Berkeley. Berkeley has a big one. There are ones at most universities, but I think those are good things to do just to get kind of start a dialogue with people that have seen pitches in companies before. And we weren't that successful, with just venture capital, mostly because we had no track record, right? We had raised some money through SBIRs, but had no previous experience, and people couldn't tell if we were going to really be able to do it. But through this process, we met some more experienced business people. One of the people named Ken Kelly, he agreed to be the chairman of our board. He was spending something like a day a week on the company. So he was one of those guys that had done it before, had taken a company public, had real credibility, and was just advising a bunch of different companies, kind of spreading, from his point of view, spreading seeds out just to see what we have. And through him, we started then basically recruiting for a CEO. So for the first couple of years, I was leading the company, and then we decided, okay, let's get a real CEO, and we ended up hiring Jeff Jensen, who was still with the company for very low pay at the time. But he was a guy who had gone through a startup before, had brought up, raised money, and had a sale event of a previous company. So that was basically that was what allowed us to raise venture money and become a real company of over 10 people. We've kind of grown as a company. We've been as big as 40 people. We're around 20 people now, and what's been really good is we have real products that are out in the market, and we've been break even for about 4 years, and so now it's kind of this rolling thing. So we're pursuing new ideas, but we have a base of customers and products. The technologies, I work here on doing a neural interface, so basically having silicon devices that interface with neurons. So I knew something about microfabrication and something about cell biology. So our products are a melding with those two things. So they're microfluidic products that manipulate cells. Basically what I tell my kids, we build boxes.
So thank you for having me. So as you said, I graduated in 2011. I graduated, I finished my PhD program with Professor J.J. Marzieh from the Computer Engineering Department. I consider those 5-6 years of my life, I mean, one of the best times that I have had. Every time I come here to the beach, we live in Silicon Valley. So every time I come here to the beach, I'm just reminded of those times, especially because of the fact that I learned a lot from him, trying to come up with some new idea, and that something that might not even make sense. And you just go and say that to your advisor, and your advisor will be like, what are you even talking about? And then trying to turn that into something plausible, something that is useful, something that makes sense. So that's something that I really learned from working in that group, working with him. But then, as I mentioned, my entrepreneurship journey started while I was a graduate student. I was lucky to be introduced to a group of people that were very motivated to start a small business, and they basically motivated me. While I was doing protocol design, wireless protocol design here on sensor network and ad hoc networks, I spent most of my spare time doing part-time work with them on physical layer, because my background was electrical engineering before I started my PhD. My PhD is computer engineering, so I had that background, and with them I was working on basically physical layer algorithms for mobile TV receivers. They had an idea of designing wireless chips for mobile TV on your phone and on your car TV. So I remember I was doing working here until like 6 or 7, and then going home and started working for them until like 2 a.m. So it was like, as I'm saying, it's the time of my life that I'm very, I have very good memories of that time. But then that idea sort of faded because of the fact that, after you can stream, video content on your phone now. So after a year or so, after like 2 years, we realized, okay, maybe this is not the best idea. We had a, as he was mentioning, we had a friend who was a businessman. He had gone through the process, and he basically gave us guarantee of money, and he was on the board. And so we had the money, but we realized that given the expenses on the market, we should maybe change, direction. So I spent most of my time after that focusing on the graduate studies, getting my PhD, and right after that I joined Hitachi Labs because they were also doing wireless protocol design for Wi-Fi, and that was very similar to the work that I was doing here. And they were trying to adjust Wi-Fi to work for monitoring systems for manufacturing plants in Japan. So I worked there for about a year, and the interesting thing about that project was that it was a research project, but it was going to be implemented and used right away. So it wasn't something that you're just coming up with something crazy and trying to simulate it and show that it works perfectly. It was something real, and it was very it was a very useful experience. And also I think working in a large company comparing to a small startup right after graduation is something that was very helpful for me. Because I had done some startup work while I was a graduate student, but if I had gone to a startup right away, I think I would never experience that, setting, being in a large company. That there is a lot of bureaucracy involved, hierarchy, so a lot of things that you never learn when you are like 5 people working together. You are always directly, in communication with each other. That's a very completely different setting. So after almost a year, that project sort of finished, and at the same time, the startup that we started, SciTune, while I was a graduate student, was picking up again. So we came up with some new ideas, and we were able to raise more money from the same, private investor that we had before, working on, again, wireless, basically receivers for satellite TV and cable TV. So I decided to go back as a principal scientist at first, working on physical algorithms again. Some of the works that I had done in my PhD could be used, could not be used, but I just decided to risk that. because of the fact that it was a startup, and I just wanted to see what would happen with that. And it was something that we started together. I had so much, invested in that project, in that company. So I went back and worked for a year, but at the same time I was trying to come up with something new, something cutting edge, something that is not just, a product, like a satellite receiver that's out there, and you're just trying to compete with what is already out there in the market. So while I was a PhD student, I knew that there was this need for a new technique that would combat this contention in the wireless network. And then there was the rise of IoT, the rise of, I'm sure a lot of you might have heard of it. So nowadays there's this, so IoT is Internet of Things, connecting everything together, from doorknobs to windows to appliances, everything that that you see in your everyday life. The idea is that these things are going to be connected, and now instead of having an internet, you're going to have Internet of Things. For that to become a reality, you need to have a wireless system that would actually, be able to connect all of that. You're talking about thousands of, tiny sensors. So while I was a graduate student, I knew that, this is a real problem. So there was a technology that they had developed at SciTune too. So I sort of, came up with the idea of combining that with the ideas that I had worked on during my PhD program, and coming up with something, product that's, kind of new. Actually, it was very new, and at that time, like 3.5 years ago, when I started, proposing that, almost everybody was like, no, this is not going to work. So I spent 1.5 years just trying to persuade people that this is correct, and then I went to proof of concept, prototyping, talking to potential customers, and I was basically in discussion with people in my own company, just trying to convince them that this is something that is going to be true. So right now, we're at the stage that the product development is almost done. We are talking with customers. I think pretty soon we are going to make revenue out of this product. So the fact that I was working as a CTO gave me the opportunity to work on all of these different aspects of the idea, product development, marketing, raising money for this specific project. So all of this together.
So I, finished here in 2007. I was not a full-time graduate student, I was part-time. I was already working, and I had been meaning to come back full-time, but then we had an opportunity. I was working in Intel, had an opportunity to go to Singapore for a few years, and then I came back. I couldn't do my PhD there, and by the time I had too much invested in Silicon Valley to leave full-time and come to school. But I still had that desire to do something in computer graphics, so I came here. I was working for a company that was doing computer graphics. It was in Intel. I was working in graphics and medical imaging, visualization, and then I joined a startup that was doing computer graphics and decided to pursue it while I was working there. It was actually a startup, and strangely enough, when I joined the startup, 6 months later it was acquired. So we moved into a big company, and then I started here. And I was working in computer graphics when the company that acquired us decided to pivot and moved away from computer graphics into cameras. In fact, it was not cameras as in camera processing, but rather into sensors, sensors and CMOS sensors and manufacturing. And these are the sensors that you have in your cell phone cameras today. Back in 2005, 2006, when that happened, and the focus was trying to get these small sensor devices into your cell phones. the question that was often asked is, why do people need cameras in cell phones? And I remember the first time that we were working at Micron, we actually made the sale to Palm. If you remember Palm, the early cell phones. In fact, that had the first camera in the cell phone. And the camera was incredibly crappy. It was really, really bad. I mean, nobody would even use it. Right? The only thing that people used it for was, you're there somewhere. And I don't think there was any way to even message photographs. You could capture something and come and show it to people. It was not like you could instantly message. There was not much people saw by way of utility of these things, other than the companies that made these sensors. They said, well, there's a way to make some money out of this. But here we are today. You can't deny that nobody's going to buy a cell phone without a camera today. So the thing is, I almost left because I was so set on computer graphics. I almost decided to leave the company because I didn't want to go and do cameras. But the reason I stuck around was, the project that I was being asked to do was a project which was, there's a company in Israel which was doing these pills, and they put a camera on these pills, and you swallow them, and it would take a picture of your diagnostic tract, and they would then retrieve the data through the wireless interfaces that they designed. And in Intel, I worked in medical imaging, so there was interest from the medical imaging point of view. And I'm glad I did, because what happened was, as I started getting more into the cameras and the processing for the cameras, which was very different from computer graphics, I was getting into an industry that knew a lot about the sensors and the optics, but didn't know much about what to do with all the data that was coming in. And at the same time, the work that I was doing in computer graphics was all about synthesizing images, right? And there was a big effort at that time to try to synthesize realistic images and the best way to do realistic images rather than do everything organically was to take photographs of objects and try to put them together to create a realistic scene. And that was all being done in computer graphics. And the whole concept of light field imaging, which is prevalent today,